Hey everyone, welcome to this explainer. I'm so glad you're joining us today because we're tackling something literally every Salesforce admin deals with: low user adoption. You know the feeling. You spend hours, maybe weeks, configuring the perfect org, but if your team isn't using it correctly, or worse, not using it at all, it kind of feels like pushing a massive boulder up a hill. But don't sweat it. Today, we're going to completely unpack how to conquer that adoption hurdle, build a really dynamic training experience, and empower your users right where they work.
All right, let's jump right in. We've all heard the golden rule, right? If it isn't in Salesforce, it doesn't exist. You've probably said it, what, a million times? But here's the catch. Your users will only buy into that if they actually know how to use the platform. User adoption is the absolute, undeniable key to data quality. Without a solid enablement plan, your execs can't measure success, and your users don't get credit for all their hard work. To get us to that gold standard of adoption, we've got a really clear 5-step roadmap today. We'll hit on winning user adoption, weigh Trailhead against enablement sites, show you how to customize your training library, talk about learning and the flow of work, and wrap up with tracking your success using Trail Tracker. Let's do this.
Starting off with step 1, winning user adoption. It really all begins with strategy and that crucial human element.
Because let's face it, getting people to change how they work is, well, it's tough. You could build the most beautiful, elegant tech solution in the world, but if you forget the human side, you're going to hit a wall. So keep the WIFM principle top of mind. What's in it for me? You have to answer that for your users constantly. To get them motivated, you've got to show off the actual efficiencies Salesforce brings to their daily grind. Tell them, hey, you get automatic reminders now, or look how easy this workflow is, or you can take this on the go with the mobile app. You really have to sell the value of the transition every single time you roll out a new feature.
And you map that out with a solid communication plan. Think of it in 3 phases. Pre-launch is all about the big picture, the vision, the business goals, and giving a heads up to the folks who will be impacted. Then, boom, launch day. Give them super clear access instructions and point them straight to the onboarding resources. But don't stop there. Post-launch is absolutely critical. That's when you celebrate your power users, drop some quick tips, and make sure everybody knows exactly how to report a bug or ask for help. Keep them in the loop, always.
All right, moving to step 2, Trailhead versus enablement sites. We need to choose your content hub.
So where is all this awesome training actually going to live? You basically have 2 main paths. First up, public Trailhead. It's totally free, packed with great general Salesforce onboarding content, and users just log in with their standard trailblazer.me account. Easy. But if you need something more custom, you've got enablement sites. You might remember this as My Trailhead. Now this one is a paid license, but it lets you build a fully branded proprietary training hub using your company's own logon credentials via Salesforce Identity for enablement. So it really comes down to, do you just need the standard basics or a highly customized company-specific training?
Which brings us to step 3, customizing your training library or building out the actual curriculum.
The best part here? You absolutely do not have to reinvent the wheel. Salesforce has a mountain of ready-to-go content. A super quick trick is just to search Trailhead using the end-user role tag. That filters out all the deep-in-the-weeds admin or developer stuff and gives you exactly what everyday users need. You can grab Salesforce help articles for step-by-step guides too. Then you just bundle all your favorites together into what's called a trail mix. It's basically a custom greatest hits playlist that you can blast out to your team.
And you can get really creative with these trail mixes to make them even more flexible. Want to add an offline activity or an external video? Super easy. Just go to your trail mix, hit edit, click add content, and from there you can drop in a link, maybe to an internal wiki, or add a task for something in person, like attending a lunch and learn seminar. Fill in the details, save it, and you can literally just drag and drop it wherever you want in the path. It perfectly blends your online modules with real-world training.
Okay, step 4. This one is a real game changer. Learning in the flow. Context is everything here.
Think about it. If someone has to open a new tab, log into a different system, and hunt for a help doc, they're not going to do it. You've already lost them. We have to put the training right in front of them, where they're already working, to prevent that frustrating context switching. To do that, let's clear up 2 terms that get mixed up a lot: Guidance Center and Learning Paths. The Guidance Center is what the user actually sees. It's that little panel that slides out from the global header when they need suggestions. Learning Paths, on the other hand, is your tool in the back end. It's how you, the admin, assign content into that panel. So, Learning Paths is the engine. Guidance Center is the dashboard.
When you mix these tools together, you get a really powerful, multi-layered learning ecosystem. You use learning paths to handle the bigger stuff,
long-form resources, tracking due dates, that kind of thing. Then use in-app guidance for those quick micro-learning hits. Think floating prompts or a fast walkthrough when they open a new page. And don't forget Trailhead for Slack. It's perfect for sending those gentle nudges right where your team's conversations are already happening anyway.
Actually putting this into action is a breeze. Let's say you want to drop a Sales Cloud Basics module right on the Sales app homepage. You just pop open the Guidance Center panel, hit Assign Learning Content at the bottom, which takes you to Manage Learning Assignments. Click New, and select your module or paste your link. Then pick exactly who gets it, pinpoint the exact app and page where it should show up, and slap a due date on it. Done. Just like that, the training is sitting there waiting for them.
A quick warning, though. Do not overwhelm people. Keep these learning nuggets bite-sized, ideally well under 30 minutes. Try to stick to a limit of just 2 contextual learning items per page so that panel doesn't turn into a massive wall of text. Oh, and always use due dates. It sets a very clear expectation of when the learning actually needs to happen.
So we've built this amazing curriculum, we've put it right in their workflow, and we've communicated the value. But that brings us to the million-dollar question. How do we actually know if this training is working? Are people even doing it?
Which leads us right into our final step, Step 5, tracking success with Trail Tracker to prove your ROI.
This is where you get to bring the receipts. Enter Trail Tracker. It's a completely free managed package app that sits right on top of your enablement sites. It syncs up daily and gives you the absolute superpower to assign trail mixes in bulk, track exactly who's completing what, and it comes with these gorgeous pre-built reporting dashboards. It is literally your ultimate accountability tool.
Look at what this lets you do. You can enforce mandatory training using strict ISO 8601 formatted due dates. You can even hook it up to Salesforce Flow to automatically blast out chatter posts or emails reminding folks they have homework due. You get to monitor completion rates to make sure everybody is 100% ready before a massive new rollout. Plus, you can run a quick report to spot your holdouts. And hey, instead of getting frustrated with them, it's a great excuse to reach out, get their feedback, and figure out what process is actually holding them back.
Now, a quick pro tip before you run off and install this. Trail Tracker works by storing the badge and trail art images as static resources inside your org. Why does that matter? Because it actually counts against your org's 250 megabyte limit. So just keep an eye on your storage capacity as your custom training library starts growing.
But to bring this whole explainer full circle, we gotta go back to where we started, the humans. Dashboards and completion metrics are awesome, for sure, but they cannot replace genuine enthusiasm. Cultivate your super users. Seriously, lean on them as an extension of your own admin team to help answer questions, celebrate your champions, and always keep answering that big question, what's in it for me? Because at the end of the day, tapping into human motivation is the only way you get real, lasting adoption.
So I want to leave you with this to chew on. Take a hard look at your org today. Is your current training program just another hurdle your users have to jump over? Or is it a launch pad that's actually empowering them to crush their goals? You've got the exact roadmap now. Go out there, start curating those trail mixes, put the learning directly in their flow of work, and just watch that adoption soar. Thanks so much for hanging out with me for this explainer, and I'll catch you in the next one.